Welcome to a moment of beauty. Thank you for sharing this beautiful moment with me. My name is Matt, and I am here to share my love of beauty with you. This is my second video on what I call unexpected beauty, which is beauty found in places where you don't normally look for it. I am often finding beauty in unusual places, but it's not so much that I'm actively looking for it, but I leave myself open to experiencing it. I really look at things. It's easy to go around and just look at things in a superficial way and not really see everything that's going on. It's fall and there's leaves on the ground and you don't think anything of it. But if you really stop and look and see the raindrops on those old leaves, it's beautiful. A dying tulip in a vase. Time to throw it out. But wait, it's still beautiful. Maybe why I easily find beautiful things is because I expect them to be there. I expect the world to be beautiful. No, I'm not always finding beautiful things around me. It depends on my mood. But most days I do. And I usually have my phone in my pocket and I take pictures of these things because I want to share them with other people. I do these videos because I want to spread beauty in the world. But also I want to inspire you to see more of the beauty around you. So how can you learn to see beauty all around you? I think it's a matter of training your expectations. Look for what you want to see. Beauty is there. I demonstrate it with these images that I've captured. I realize that not all the things that I find to be beautiful will be beautiful to other people. And some of these things you might think are rather strange. And some of these things you might wonder what they actually are. But I argue that it doesn't matter, that you don't need to know what something is to find it to be beautiful. And it's kind of the point that beauty can be found anywhere, and so it really doesn't matter what it is. Sometimes there's beauty that can be overlooked because there's something else that is the main event that attracts your attention, or your mind tells you is what you really should be looking at. And these are images of light and shadow on the wall and ceiling from Christmas tree lights. So sometimes if you look beyond what you're supposed to be seeing, you'll see something else that's quite remarkable. And sometimes there are things that are actually quite beautiful that really aren't supposed to be, like mildewy fabric. Sometimes looking more deeply doesn't necessarily result in extraordinary beauty, but finding something that's just visually interesting, like a dragonfly on a tent. There are some subjects that attract me over and over again. I don't know how many pictures I have of pond scum. Maybe disgusting to some, but beautiful to me. I just love the swirling patterns in the algae. Different people will react differently to different subjects. I just put out there what I like. I like this caterpillar. You might think he's cute. You might think he's horrible. I think he's really beautiful, and it's an interesting picture graphically. A big part of what I call unexpected beauty is just beauty in the ordinary. Opening up a can of paint can yield much more beauty than you might ever expect. I just love things like this. In fact, these paint images really epitomize the whole idea of unexpected beauty, of finding beauty in the ordinary. So I find endless beauty in strange things around the house. But by far, most of the images that I take are of nature. And they can be normal things like trees and landscape photos and flowers. But often they're little details that often are things that are overlooked when presented with the more grand things in nature. But I am often focusing on other things like tree bark and lichen on rocks. And as you can see in the next several images, I have taken lots of pictures of ice. It's color and texture and pattern that really attracts me. And something to appreciate about ice pictures is that you only get them when it's cold outside. And in Minnesota, in the wintertime, it gets pretty cold. But there's a lot of beauty to be found out in the ice and snow in wintertime. But I did not have to brave cold Minnesota winter to shoot this picture. It came from around Sedona, Arizona, beautiful Red Rock country. This is from northern Minnesota, and I think the pattern on this ice is exquisite. So I had said that I leave myself open to discovering beauty. It's really about tuning into it, like setting the dial on your radio. And that station that brings beauty also brings love. It's the same frequency. So that's what I want to be tapped into. And my mission, as I like to say, I want to spread love in the world by spreading beauty in the world. And I'm going to continue to put out as much beauty in the world as I can. And I hope I can inspire you to spread beauty in the world also. It's a beautiful world we live in, and it's up to us to see it or not. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Maybe I've inspired you or I've stirred something within you, and I hope you enjoyed my offering of beauty.